Welcome back to this final round on SL Chennai Speaks Out Season 2. Is Madras ever changing or never changing? This is a say. There's a time for the audience to have their say.
I have a question to the ever-changing people. If you see, I use Facebook, Orkut, and Gtalk, Yahoo, but my dad doesn't use it. I speak to my friends only through the Facebook, Orkut, but my dad speaks to them over the phone. He meets them directly. Don't you feel that we're missing out people meeting them directly?
Never. You know why? Because we use Facebook as a medium to connect with people and then meet them in person. You have to come every Wednesday, come to Subway in Nungambakam, and you will find over 100 people out there. You know what that event is called? It's called face-to-face Facebook friends. So far you've been interacting online. Let's put a face to the names. Let's meet up, and that's where it's happening.
If Chennai is never changing, then why is it government insisting? That is, the government is forcing small shops, even from small petty shops, they are insisting to have name boards in Tamil. And also they have made Tamil as a very must language in schools. And why is it insisting film industry to have names and film names in Tamil?
Hindi boards were, like blackened. So this wanting Tamil here has got nothing to do with phobia that the government has now, especially as it's got. The fact is, they are very fanatically Tamil, and they've always been fanatically Tamil. In fact, it's another example of why they never change.
Nowadays, blood donation, you can just find immediately whatever the rare blood group. So you can get it. So what about that type of change?
Chennai people are known for Dhanam. That will never change.
The moment I saw I Love Tair Sadam page in Facebook, I immediately went and registered myself as a member. So which means even though we adapt to technology like this group says, we still are the the core Chennaites who love the Tair Sadam, who love the filter copies. So how do you think that this has actually changed us? We only adapted to be what we are.
Yes. True. Exactly. Right. I love my Tair Sadam, right?
And not saying no to
adaptation
at all.
Absolutely not saying no. But the fact that you now have a newer avenue to express your fondness for Tair Sadam is what you should appreciate.
The so-called muhurtams are coming down. Rather, our tradition is in the last leg. Maybe in another 10 or 15 years, you may not have any muhurtam at all to display that you are a Chennaiite.
You pick up the phone when you leave here, call every Kalyana Mandapam in Madras, and find out how many bookings they have for the next 1.5 years. I can tell you, to find a Kalyana Mandapam for a muhurtam, a Hindu muhurtam, I'm only specifying, is impossible for 1.5 years. Muhurtams are not coming down. You got your statistics completely wrong.
They are considering the population.
No. Even entertainment, even his music, he is true about the soul of Chennai, okay? But the entertainment has also become modular. Just like you have your fast food, the 4-hour concert might have been broken into 2-hour concert. So it is that adaptability, or whatever father would like to call it, it is that change that we are talking about. It's the fact that yes, there is music. We are not saying no to Carnatic music at all. We are lovers of Carnatic music. We are steeped into that tradition. But yes, that entertainment has become modular. It is also adapting. It is also changing for the target audience.
All right, yes.
Chennai is modernized, technologized. Okay, fine, I accept. Why certain movies and other certain high-class, high budget movies has to make their audio launch in Malaysia? Why not they do it in Chennai?
There is an
audio
launch of the movie happening in Malaysia. There is an audio launch happening in Hyderabad, which is already over. There is an audio launch happening in how did you come to know of this? How did you come to know of this? You saw it on TV, right?
Yeah.
You saw it on TV.
Yeah.
So there is that interest.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So why can't we go to another place? It is about the same.
Answer this question. No. Please answer this question. I'm curious for the answer too.
It is
you're not good question.
It is a hype.
It is a hype.
It is a selling point of a movie. It is a
so
selling
you don't
point.
Sell enough if you do it in Chennai, is it?
No, of course not. I mean, come on. We are talking about a superstar movie. It will sell one line of his dialogue, and I got the applause here. So it is not talking. It is the talking. It is the saleability of the product, which is already hyped 100 times over. And it is why not? Why can't I show the audience another city? What
you
is
just
wrong?
showed an auditorium and people sitting.
Come on.
What city did you show them?
That is for you can't take. It is the choice of the producer and the distributors. It is not for us to speak about that at all.
I'm going to back Janaki. I'm going to say that we are, in olden days, we used to be very Chennai-centric, but now we are getting global-centric. Do you know, day before yesterday's statistic is that the #1 on Apple iTunes, which is the most used music platform in the world, guess which is #1 in the US? Indiran. Guess which is the number 1 in UK? Indiran. For the first time in the history. Now you got to appreciate that now we are going truly global.
What about the number of Chennaiites who take the GMAT because they want to go abroad? What about the number of Chennaiites who look for a prospective groom for their daughters only in the US or in the UK? If they're so proud of the never-changing aspect, why don't they just keep that limited to Chennai?
Now, this is a very good point, because in fact we want to raise the negative points of never changing too. Yes. There are a lot of negative points to the fact that we are never changing. And I think Kuam was just one example of the fact that we are never changing. How many of us will talk about it in our drawing rooms, will talk about it home and say, you're not the, but how many of us will really empower, have we really pushed the government to say, by tomorrow I want that to change? We have not, because we are still laid back. We still are more protective about, one second.
Auto drivers, how do you expect to change?
No, exactly. And to your point, GMAT, I agree, attitude, schools. When the grading system was introduced in 10th, for example, I saw an interview on television with 2 students from Chennai actually saying if they had grades, if I got 97 and he got 96, there's no difference between us, so we should not have grades. So we have problems in schools. We have problems with parents. Mindsets have not changed. Yes, it's a big problem. I agree with you.
You know what is the mindset?
Completely agree.
You know what is the mindset? We always appreciate whatever comes from outside. That will never change. Matran thotattu malligekku mikka manam undu. Namma vittu malligekku no.
Are you saying there's no pride in the city?
No.
No?
No, what I'm saying
Disagree.
is... No.
Disagree.
How many of you in the audience believe that people in Chennai are not proud of their city? Show of hands.
You're all very proud of the city.
How many of you believe you're proud of your city?
No, I'm just asking.
Show of hands. How many of you believe that you're truly proud of your city?
Guys.
All right, if this is a representative slice of public opinion.
No. What I'm saying, see, you are taking very wrong turn in this.
No.
I think you are already on the wrong turn.
Anything that goes against you is wrong.
You're not a moderator. You are a turner. You are not a moderator. You are only.
No, the father is playing God here. Yes.
You say Chennai people never change, but you get in a crowded bus, you see a senior citizen who's standing there. How many will have the courtesy to even get up? Don't you think the Chennai has become self-centered?
The behavioral pattern is always not in one bus. You see, you will always say, now all of us have become, see, it's general, it's not all about Chennai. You go to any city in India, there's not that, this sense, civic sense, it is called, what you're talking about, civic sense. When you think that somebody is in need of help or something is a public property, you be sensitive to it, that others use, not you alone. This is not about Chennai.
You said Chennai has changed, everything has changed a lot. I accept you wear leggin, salwar, okay. But why do you still wear this bindi or kungumam here?
I have adapted. I wear a thali also. I mean, that's my personality, that's my character.
Yes,
that is the character. Again, adaptability. If I attend.
Way to go, father. I like you very much.
He spoke about adaptability, change. I am talking about ever so changing. Didn't we say that we are allowing others to come and we are changing ourselves, adapting ourselves? What is he spoke about muhurtam. Because you're speaking about this kungumam that I've put on my forehead, I'm telling you that there is something called Sangeet and Mehendi sessions, which are now the talk of the town. People go to 5-star hotels or kuti little places where they have to have Mehendi. It was Maridani, but it has become Mehendi. Now why? But I have my muhurtam the next day. The same thing. I will wear salwar kameezia. I will listen to Aha FM Rahmania with lots of Tamil songs, but I will also listen to Gaane Anjane, which is a Hindi channel. My God, Hindi channel in radio, FM radio in Chennai. That's the changing. So I have never said that I will not cater to my traditional roots. I am traditionally rooted, but yes, I have adapted to the change in the ever so changing Chennai.
All right, yes. Yes, sir.
Right from the inception of government in the city, politicians have commanded considerable clout, and they do so now. Is this ever going to change?
It will change. All we have to do is just look at what's happening in other countries. It will take a lot of time to happen this here in India. In the UK, now, the parliamentarians are now accountable to show what have they done to all their poll promises before they stood for the election. Now all that is tracked, and guess who's voting? The public is going online and voting on each one of those promises whether they've done it or not.
Ever change in this city?
Will Kiruba Shankar become a politician tomorrow, in other words? Yes.
I will not.
There have been some Kirubas like him.
Yeah. So I will not. The answer is. But the thing is, can we, as a collective group out here, put pressure on our administrators to become better? The answer is a definite yes.
We say Chennai is westernized, modernized, and etc., etc. But we still have people gossiping about a guy or girl when they see them together in beach, or parks, or wherever. The attitude of the people has not yet changed. It is still the same.
Nature of the people, we have to talk about something, right? I mean, how can you know, my teenager daughter, if she goes, she will tell me what has changed is earlier she might hide from me. Maybe I hid it from my mom. Now don't ask me where I grew up. But my daughter will not hide it from me. She'll say, hey, I'm going to Karpagambal mess to have coffee or Cafe Coffee Day to have coffee. And I'm going with this boyfriend of mine or with this friend who incidentally happens to be a boy. So where is that? That is the openness.
You know, incidentally, my 8-year-old daughter came
She's
to me and said, no. She wanted, Daddy, I want 400 rupees. I said, why? No, I have this guy, I'm going to the nearby Pizza Hut. You know, and you know what? My parents immediately scolded her. You know, that is the thing that will not change. But you know what? Actually, you should tell that if you want to go, go.
So you gave her the 400 rupees?
Well, I didn't.
Hey, never change, never change. I did. Never change.
You know, but the fact is, you appreciate her for being honest and coming and asking her. Maybe it's just sheer innocence, doesn't matter. But you don't scold her for doing that. Tell her why maybe she didn't.
All right, I suggest next time you give her the 400 rupees. All right, a final question from you. Yes.
You're telling that Chennai is never changing, just we are adapting. If you want change only or adapt, why you want to wear jeans and new formal shirts? If you don't want to change, means wear your dhotis and traditional dresses.
I never said that. You got it completely wrong. See, the fact is, we have always, it's not like shirts and pants is something new that's happened in the 2000. Hang on. Okay, we've worn veshtis, we've worn shirts and veshtis, we've worn kurtas and veshtis, then we've worn banians and veshtis. There have been many varieties of the same that has come. Kurtas and jeans. Even now it's considered intellectual to do that. If you go to IIT campus, it'll be there around 20 guys doing the same thing. Yeah, exactly, with the John Lapai. So the fact is, I'm not saying I don't want change. The whole idea is wrong. The fact is, the fact that I can wear a kurta or I can wear jeans and a shirt and yet be a Carnatic musician. Okay, because I sit on stage as what I am, and that's what I am as a person. I'm a Carnatic musician singing Carnatic songs all over the world. That's what I am. But the fact that I adapt to wearing a different attire, which is an external aspect, even a dhoti is an external aspect, okay? It does not in any way change who I am inside. That is what I'm saying, we are saying is Chennai. The fact that we have flyovers does not change what it is. That's all we're saying.
Let's put this to the vote now. Show of hands. How many of you believe that we should award this debate to the side that said Chennai is never changing? Krishna and Father Arun. How many of you believe that we should award this debate to the side, to Janaki and to Kiruba, who said that Chennai is ever changing? All right, so we'll award this debate to the side that said, and I think you should also clap for them because
I know you set it up, but that's fine.
Chennai will never change that way. Well, as I say, the more things change, the more they remain the same. That's all the time we have for on SL Chennai Speaks Out. If you do have a point to make, you can email us to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. Thank you once again for joining us.